Welcome to the But Also Trail Running Podcast. I'm your host, Celeste Fong. Let me start with a warning that this is an adult-only podcast. There will be profanity and indecent conversations. I would apologize, but I'm not really sorry. So we are welcoming back the one, and we learned not only, Greg Smith. Say hi.
Hello again.
How are you?
I'm great. Feel a lot better.
Well, you had a kick-ass weekend. So this past weekend was the Sleeping Giant 25K and 50K, which you did the 50K. And
Yep.
that course is no joke.
Yeah, it was really fun.
Fun. So Sleeping Giant is like mountain in Hamden, right?
Yep.
It's in Hamden. And it's known for a technical climb up the head of the giant.
Yep.
And you had to do that twice.
Yeah, it's like rock climbing almost.
It really is. The first time I ever did it, I had a panic attack.
Are you afraid of heights?
Oh, very. Very,
Really?
very. Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah. It's
it's
stopped me from
exposed.
signing up for the cut because there's one like rock scramble that's steep down. And every time I would get to the top of it, I would have a panic attack and I wouldn't go down it.
Yeah, I mean that's scary for people who aren't afraid of heights.
Well, that's it, right? Because it's kind of unlike a lot of rock scrambles that are on trails. It's open.
Yeah.
It's just wide open, like cliff face that you're climbing up.
Yeah, actually I wanted to talk to the RD about that. Like, what the heck is their insurance like? And is insurance aware of this trail? Like what it's like? Are they just like, oh, it's another trail run? Or are they aware that like seriously, like if you just like slipped and like rolled a little bit, you would just go off a cliff?
For real.
Yeah.
Oh God, that climb is stupid. So if you ever, that section of it is on the Blue Trail, AKA, oh God, what's the name of that trail? Quinnipiac. Quinnipiac Trail. So right before you hit that, you guys came up a different trail and hit right at the face, like on the
Yep.
head. But if you come in the other direction, there's actually like a steep down, and then you hit the climb. And that steep down also gave me a panic attack, for the record. And we were watching this family come down that, and there was a guy. It's a struggle to get down that. Have you ever done that section?
No, I've never. I think I've only been there like 15 years ago.
Okay, well, it's a technical section that you're climbing down. So his family's going down, and one guy's got like a baby, like an infant, strapped to his back. And I'm like, you take one wrong step, like your toe hit wrong, you're killing your child.
Yeah, that's wild.
Yeah, and then they had like a shepherd, and dog. Was it a shepherd? Yeah, I think it was a shepherd or a husky. I think it was a shepherd. But this dog was crying, literal crying, as they're trying to get him to go down. And we're all like, what the fuck are you doing? This woman pulled that dog down that steep embankment the whole time the dog was crying. And we're like, what is wrong with you?
That's wild.
Yeah,
There was a person with a shepherd on the Headwall that had a muzzle on, but was very well behaved. And I was just like, I don't know, man. Like I said to her, like, I was like, I'd be dead if I had my dogs up here because they run after a squirrel and like that's a heavy dog and it can just take a little bit of a pull to like,
or a slip on one paw and you're dead. The dog is dead, which is kind of more important. I was with Julia and we were just like, it's you, because they were going up the head then, and we're like, do you know this trail at all? Like, this is a very technical trail. Oh, I've done it. And you're bringing your dog up. Oh yeah, my dog just went down that section. I'm like, yeah, we all watched you. And Julia's like, not well. Not. Yeah, we were. Because again, it's one thing to go out there and do stupid shit
yourself. Yeah.
But to put, I don't know, like, I would not do that trail with a baby or a dog.
There were a lot of people with babies on like the double track, but that's different.
Yeah, that section, like there's like almost like a carriage road that goes up to the tower and back down, and that is totally safe.
Yeah,
it's gravel.
As long as you don't get like rammed by someone running down
Which you guys
like, yeah, like people were not aware, and people are just like bombing down the hill, and people aren't even like looking forward.
Oh,
I'm like,
yeah.
you're gonna get holding a baby. I'm like, you gotta be careful here.
Like, you got to pay attention. And some of there were, I believe, multiple people. So the course record used to be Justin Kowski and did it in 5:12.
Yep, which is wild for like that's like I feel like that's like my road times.
It is insane to do that course. What was the elevation? It was
Well, we got 7,000 on our like Garmin's, but I feel like it might be a little bit less just because there's so much vertical oscillation.
all right. Let's just say it was 6,000.
Yeah.
Just because, right? For 50K. So it's about 200 feet per mile on average.
Yep.
So a 5:12, and it's technical. Like, there's some miles, like probably 10 of it is super runnable. 10 of it is, depending on who you are, kind of runnable. And 10 of it is like, fuck you. Right?
Yeah. Yeah.
So a 5:12 is sick. So it's a 25K course, and you have to do it twice for the 50K. The guy who won the 50K came in at 212 or 214 for his first lap.
Yep.
We're like, that's faster than anybody that did the 25K.
Yeah.
And what did he finish in? 443?
Yeah, it was something like that.
443. And
445.
He missed a slight turn. So, like, if he had hit that turn, he probably would have been 5 minutes, like, slower.
Really?
Yeah, there was a small, but it was such a minute thing that he missed.
Yep.
That Brian was like, it is what it is. Like,
he
didn't follow the course. You know what I mean? And even if he had hit that course and it took him, he said he thinks it would have taken him about 5 minutes more. But even if it took him 10 minutes more, he wasn't even close to second place. Like, second place was way behind.
Like almost a half hour behind.
Yeah, it was like, I didn't even look. I got to look it up now. But I can't even think now. What was second place? I'm going to Google this right now. Let's see. Results.
Chase.
50K. Okay, so yeah, Darius did it in 443. And Chase, so the course record was 5:12.
Yeah.
Chase did it in 5:06.
Yeah.
And Christopher Petrov did it in 5:09. So the top three beat course record.
Yep.
That's crazy.
Yeah, Tom was telling me it wasn't as good of conditions last year. Maybe it was really wet or something.
That makes sense. Yeah. So Tom, what did Tom do it in? Wait, let's see. He did it in 6:18.
Yep. I was like 6 minutes behind him.
Yeah. So you did 6:24, which is really respectable. It's really respectable. Especially with your blisters, which we'll get to in a second. But yeah, that course is. We'll go with. Oh wait, I'm just curious now. 25K. The 25K. The top three were 224, 225, and 225.
That's so wild. I feel like I see that happen sometimes where it's like the really fast people, like the really, really fast people, they don't even like care enough to do the shorter race. They want to do the longer stuff. So it's like maybe sometimes the shorter races are not actually as competitive.
Right. And you never know until race day.
Yeah.
Right. But like because I was there for the finish of the 25K and they were sprinting.
Yep.
Like, Daniel crossed that finish line and fell. He was just like done, which I don't blame him. Like that.
Yeah.
And so the day of, it started at like 28 degrees when the race started. Yeah. And then at the end, it was like 50, right?
Yeah. And I almost wore pants. I had shorts under my pants. We're at the start line. They start like saying whatever they're saying. And I look around and everyone has shorts and I'm like freezing. And I like thought about it like 4 or 5 times. And I was like, fuck this. And I took my pants off. And like 5 minutes in, I was like, thank God I took my pants off.
Well, yeah, because even just hiking up, because I hiked up to like mile 6.5. I didn't do 6, like cut through.
Yeah.
So I could see you guys. And I was warm. Of course, I had on 2 pair of pants, like 4 shirts, a coat.
Yeah.
Like a hat, gloves. Like I was,
Yeah, it definitely felt cold.
Well, and the first 5 miles are really runnable.
Yeah.
Right? So you were actually running, not just like hopping from stone to stone. So you were building up. Yeah. 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 So tell me how it went for you.
So I think my cardio is like pretty not like trained right now because like basically all I've been doing is like running on the road pretty easy, and then on the weekend I'll just like find the steepest hill near me and just like literally go up and down it for hours. So
That's stupid.
like I love it.
Good training, but God, no.
So like as we're like doing the runnable sections, like I was like I don't know, I was like I don't feel as trained as I have been in the past because I've just been like focusing way too much on hills. So I think that was like other than the blisters my big limiter, but I was just trying to like take it super easy at the beginning because I knew it was going to be a rough race, and I felt like the climbing took forever to show up. Like I was just running for so long, and I was like, when is this hill getting here? I feel like it didn't show up till like 7 or 8 miles. But yeah, and then when like the head wall got there, I had my poles, but I didn't even use them. And I just basically like walked like straight up the head wall. That was like, I feel like I was like, I wish this had like a couple more head walls in it.
Right. So you didn't take your poles out for the second loop though, did you?
I had them like out most of the time. I like have been training with the quiver on the back because I have this new pack I got in Europe that doesn't have like straps that I'm used to on my other pack. That's getting pretty old. And the quiver was working pretty well in training, but then like I was having trouble with it at this race for some reason, so I kind of just kept them out most of the time.
Okay.
Except for maybe like the first like 8 miles before the climb, but it was super helpful. I feel like a lot of people didn't have poles because like it's a 50K, it's like a shorter race, whatever. But I was mainly trying to use this as like a training run for Manitous. So I just,
gotta do this right for you.
Yeah, I mean, I was like skipping all the aid stations. Like I'm trying to treat this like I might have like 5, 6 hours between aid stations. So like I had basically everything I needed and really heavy. Like I feel like I just looked like I was like a newbie because I was like super like all the equipment. Like even you were like, why do you have like toe warmers here?
Like, what are you doing?
I just brought everything I could possibly need. I usually do that.
Well, okay, but there's a big difference because you see that sometimes where you're like, it's like a 1 or 2 mile loop and people are carrying like everything on their back and you're like,
yeah,
okay, what are you doing though? Like, okay. And then there's like people that are doing that and they have like one little hand.
yeah. There's people who didn't even have people out there without a shirt on, just shorts, shoes. That's it. And I'm like out there like, I don't know, if the world went to shit right now, I could be good for the next 3 days.
See, I'm like, I'm a princess. I need to make sure I have all my like stuff in my bag because you never know.
Yeah.
I'm a Girl Scout, okay? You never know. Yeah, but okay, so shoes. Talk about this because you were struggling with that.
Yeah, so let's see. In like January, I was talking to somebody who did Manitous, and they were like, you really need reliable shoes, like ones that you feel super comfortable in. Like if you feel like you're slipping around them at all, like it's gonna fuck your race for Manitous.
Right.
So I have a super beat up pair that is like what I've always done trail runs in. That's not gonna take me through a longer race. So I did a bunch of research. I went out and I got like one pair of shoes in January, and then it was so snowy I couldn't use them until like sometime in February, and then those gave me blisters, so I swapped them out for the shoe that I had for this race, and then I got sick, and so I was only able to get like 2 1-hour runs in them before this race, but I was like, the point of this race is really to like test all my gear, so if I really wanted to do well in this race, I would probably just wear a different shoe, but that's not actually my goal here.
Right.
So I was like, I'm going to try these shoes because this is an opportunity to put 6 hours on a shoe or whatever. And it's probably like an hour and a half, 2 hours in that I was like, yeah, this is not working. I think I had a blister kit, but I was like, I'm just going to push through just blisters on my heels, the back of my heels, which is what was happening with the prior shoe. It hurts on the uphills because I was like, you like sit back in your shoes more. and it pushes against the blister.
Yep.
And so the last like mile and a half of this race is like super smooth downhill, like you're saying, carriage road.
Yep.
And I'm like running it pretty fast, not on my heels because I'm like going downhill. And I almost like second guess myself, like, oh, my blisters don't hurt, like it's fine. I was like, I might just like stay in these shoes, but I knew that wasn't going to happen. So I got back to the halfway point, and I was like, I have to choose between, what was it? The proven old beat up shoes or like some other shoe that I had that I haven't worn in like 4 months. So I just went with those beat up pair that probably have like 700 miles or more on them.
Can you new pair of those? Or did they discontinue?
The Terra Kiger, I think, they don't have that version, and they're also not really good for like ultra distance.
God.
Which I could feel too, like near the end, like the ball of my foot was starting to get sore, which also probably is a little bit because there's just so many miles on them. Right. But just from like looking it up, it's probably not the best for like an ultra distance, but it might be something that I try. But it was like, I put that like friction patch, I put moleskin on the blisters and a friction patch on the shoe to reduce friction, even though it's a different shoe, just to be sure to try to reduce as much aggravation to the blisters. And as soon as I started climbing, I was like, this is completely gone. Like, I don't feel anything. So that was nice.
Yeah, I'm wondering if you're going to need, at this point, you should try and find shoes that don't give you blisters, but you should also shoes that are comfortable for distance. Because if you make the choice, you could always preemptively put the moleskin and all that on before a race. Because I used to have the same situation. I would get blisters all the time. And everybody would tell me change socks. I ignored it. I finally changed my socks. Little fuckers, it worked. But anyway, I'll tell you, so I was doing like a virtual 100. And I've worn ons for years. And now I didn't know it, but I got into the on, which technically, like just the clouds, they're cross trainers. They're not even for running. And I've done, obviously, 100 milers in them, right?
Yep.
And love them to death.
Yep.
And then my trail ones are also for short distance. Oh, sorry. And I've never had a problem.
Yeah. Yeah. So sometimes it's like people are like, this shoe is for XYZ, and if it works for you, it works for you.
Well, and I'm also like, it's not like I'm a fast runner or anything, and like I'm gonna end up walking a lot of it and whatever. But still, so I've never had a problem. But then Cole Crosby tells me you should try the Mount to Coast.
Yep.
And I was having some issue. I don't remember what it was. So I put them on at a race, and I ran like a half a mile, and I'm like, oh shit, I don't even feel the ground.
Yeah.
And I'm weird. Like I run on my tippy toes. Like I don't run on, like my heel never strikes.
Yep.
So a lot of times like Hoka's would cause problems with me because of the style I run and everything. So I got the Mount to Coast, and I did like 100 miler, like a virtual one. And I think I did like 15 miles, and my feet were bothering me, and I was totally cranky. And I'm like, fuck this. And then I went out with the Mount to Coast, and I did 85 miles with like no foot pain.
Yep.
None. Like, and this is a road 100 miler.
Yep.
No foot pain. So they really, really work for me. And I've seen them work for a lot of ultra. They're becoming popular for ultras. Again, the problem with shoes, I think, is everybody's always like, oh, you should try what works for me. Or like,
exactly.
Be like, hey, what kind of shoe should I get? And it's like,
whatever feels comfortable.
Exactly, because we all run differently, and our feet are shaped differently, and our bodies are different. And like, I'm always like, go get fitted.
Yeah.
Like, try shit out. I can't tell you, but Mount to Coast work really well for me. I have fallen in love with them.
Yeah, so I went out and I got T1 Mount to Coast and also Brooks Cascadia, because that's just what felt comfortable at the time.
Yep.
And I went on a run yesterday. I put the Mount to Coast on. I like took a couple steps and I was like, this doesn't feel super comfortable. I put the Cascadias on and ran in those. Those felt great, but they were basically what that girl was talking about, where it's like, I don't feel comfortable in these shoes at all because they don't have a Vibram grip. they have their own Brooks Trail tack grip, and it sucks. And I'm like, okay, well, like, so today I'm just gonna maybe the specific Mountain Coast that I have, that maybe those feel bad right now, but maybe I'll run and it won't actually hurt. I don't know. I'm gonna go on a 90-minute run today and we'll see what happens.
I mean, and again, just because they work for me doesn't mean they'll work for you. Now, my ons, which I love, always feel a little bit slippery on rock.
Yeah.
But I don't feel that as much on the Mountain Coast.
Yeah, I think that they're gonna feel super grippy. I mean, every shoe that's given me blisters, I've felt super confident on all the rocks, and I'm like almost wondering if it's like, I don't know, the shoe grips the ground so much that then my foot needs to slip, versus like if the shoe slips, then my foot stays in the shoe.
Which could be. And it could be too that, like, as you get older, your feet actually will change.
Yeah.
Especially women after having babies.
Yeah, I've heard that.
Yeah, but they do change. So it could be, like, it could be that your foot has changed over the years, right? And if you've been wearing the same shoe for 700 miles,
yeah,
you know what I mean? Like, who knows? Maybe you have to, try a different sock.
Yeah. Yeah, I gotta try that as well.
Yeah. Or again, put something on, like, preventative.
Moleskin. Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, if it'll get you through this race and make you have a successful race. I mean, half of ultra running is problem solving.
Problem solving. Yep.
I mean, that's what the great Fred Marolo says, right?
That's what like the next like 12 weeks are about. Like in my mind, I'm like stressed out because it's like there's down weeks, so I really have like 8 or 9 long runs left to figure it out. But then I was like, oh, actually, half of those are back-to-back long runs, so I have like 15 more tries.
Yeah.
To figure it out. But yeah, it's just gonna be a lot of like going out there, that didn't work, try something different.
And let's be real here. First of all, you're doing Manitous. It's gonna suck.
Yeah.
It's gonna be amazing. I've heard really, really good things about it. Is that the one that Michael Presti absolutely loves?
I don't know.
Oh, he likes cattail.
Yeah, I think that's a similar. Is that in the Catskills?
I don't remember. You know who I think does Manitous every year is Karen.
I don't know. I don't think I know her.
Oh, she's lovely. Oh, she's an amazing athlete. Like, she's just really.
Oh wait, what's her last name?
Prado.
Oh, I saw her on there. Isn't she from Wethersfield?
Yes. Mm-hmm.
I saw her on the list. I was like, there's this girl from the same town as me running Manitous. Who is this?
Oh yeah, and she's done it. She's done it quite a few times, I think, and she's a phenomenal human being. And she loves cats. So, yep. Like, I don't know what else to tell you. But no, she's done it many times and loves it. But I think that the bottom line is you're going into a race that is really difficult.
Yeah.
You're going to have shitty miles. Like, it is part of doing this kind of race, right?
Yeah, I'm told like the Devil's Path, which is like 7 miles or something, they said like expect, or maybe it's just a 4-mile section. I think they said they expect it to take like 4 hours, like no matter what. Like, I think they said like the people who win the race do it in 4 hours or something. Like, it's just gonna be
insane.
I'm so excited. Like, that's like, I don't know, like the Headwall part of it. I think I said in my race report, because I was like, my favorite part of the whole Sleeping Giant was the Headwall, which like almost is basically rock climbing. I used to rock climb, and I'm like, am I just going to keep on finding steeper and steeper trail races until I realize I just should go back to rock climbing?
I will introduce you to Marcus, and you guys can go rock climbing.
Yeah.
He's a bad influence. I adore him, but he's awful. Love you, Marcus. Yeah, you could do both.
Yeah.
Right? Can you imagine running with all that like rock climbing gear on your back?
Yeah, I back when I was big into rock climbing, I would actually go mountain biking with the rock climbing gear out to like, I always wanted to like combine all my sports together. It's like
a whole different triathlete, right?
Yeah. I was trying to figure out how to get like a crash pad on the back of my mountain bike, but I was like, my bike is just gonna suck in the pad and I'm just gonna eat shit.
I mean, videotape that for me, because I'm not a nice person.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's But yeah, so anyway, Sleeping Giant went really well for you. I think it's a good indicator, right, of how you're going to do at Manitou's.
Yeah, I think I'll figure out the shoe thing. I'm just really stressed out about it right now. But as far as like my physical performance, I felt super strong there, and that I could have gear wise cut off at least like 15, 20 minutes. But yeah, I felt great. I felt like I paced it well. I took some caffeine at the end. I don't know. It kind of felt like it went by quick because like breaking it up into two halves, and then you know what you're seeing for the second half, and then like since it's already broken up into two halves, like halfway through the first half is like a quarter of it, which is like 7 miles. It was just like really easy to mentally break it up.
Yep.
And then I felt like on the second loop, since like the first loop was like easy for the first like 7 miles, then there's a lot of climbing. I have some blisters. I'm just trying to push through that. Then it's the halfway mark. I fixed the blister issue, so now I'm just grateful that I don't have blister issues. The first like 7 miles are pretty runnable again, and now I'm like three-quarters of the way through the race. And then I'm waiting till I can take caffeine until I have like 16 to 90 minutes left, which was only like a little bit past three-quarters of the way through the race.
Yep.
And then as soon as I took caffeine, I don't ever take caffeine. So like for that reason, so when I do have caffeine, it's like I'm on drugs. Like it's like insane. Like I think I was like in a fight or flight like mode.
Yeah.
I had like tunnel vision, and I was just like running as hard as I could for the last like 60, 90 minutes, expecting to blow up, but I didn't.
Well, and then finish, right? Well, until the last like 10th of a mile, but that downhill at the end is stunning
to look forward to. Yeah, that's the other thing too is like it's almost like you get put on like a treadmill at the end. You're just like, I really have to just make it to like 29 miles, 29 and a half, and then I can just like book it down.
Yeah, and it's almost like just let gravity play. Like it's that kind of a hill.
Yeah. I mean, the hardest part was like weaving people.
Yeah.
and
apparently it's rude to be like, get the fuck out of my way.
Yeah, I don't know how they wouldn't hear like, I was doing like 7-minute miles. I must have been really loud. And I feel
you're
like
pounding down a hill, breathing heavy, but like people are oblivious. Oblivious. And I think that, especially in a park like that, although you get it anywhere, but politely saying, people that don't know trail etiquette.
Yeah.
Right? Like you'll see that. You see it a lot of times if you do a trail race where it's mostly road runners, where they don't get like a simple, like, all you gotta do is say on your left and I'm gonna move. Yeah. You know what I mean? Or just be cognizant of what's happening around you.
Yeah.
I think that a lot of people don't have that situational awareness in something like Sleeping Giant when they're going up that, because it's a beautiful path that goes up to a tower and comes back down that is pretty hikeable for anybody.
Yeah. Yeah.
So you get a lot of people out there that don't do the shit we do.
Yeah, that's what I was going to say is like exactly what you said. It's like super accessible to everyone, that trail basically. So you get all walks of life just kind of obliviously going down.
And you don't have it. It's, what is it, like 1.7 up to the tower and 1.7 down? So like, again, you're talking about a very, very popular, well-known state park that people can easily hike.
Yeah, with a beautiful view. Yeah.
There's a path up there. Oh, that's the other thing. In the morning, like, we got there, the race started. I went up to 6.5 to kind of just cheer everybody on.
Yep.
And I don't know what was going on at Quinnipiac, but there was a marching band for you guys.
I thought that they were literally playing for us. I don't know what was going on in my head. I thought like I was going to cover out a turn and it was literally going to be like a band there like playing to the people. And then after a little bit, I was like, oh, that's clearly just like them at the high school. I don't know why I thought this was for me.
Well, and that's the crazy thing, because it was like right there where I was, there was kind of a little lookout. So you could kind of see down. You couldn't see what was going on, but you could see Quinnipiac, and like I could hear it.
Yeah.
But it's not close. I mean, it's close, but it's not like that band was loud. And there was like cheering and stuff. And I'm like, what? And this was 8:00 in the morning. Okay. So it's not like it was like one of the basketball games or something going on with the whole March Madness shit. Like, I don't know. It was crazy. I also
Yeah, it
don't
was
know
so
if
nice.
Quinnipiac even has a basketball team because I don't follow basketball. But
Me neither.
yeah, and then I had to leave you because I had a hockey game.
Yeah, did they win?
No, it was Wolfpack. What do you think?
Oh. I thought this was your kids' hockey game.
No,
Oh no, the Wolfpack are still bad?
they're only in last place.
Oh.
But I love
They're
it.
trying.
And honestly, I don't even remember if they won or not. I will say though, and a total aside, like 3 of the guys, like so 2 guys from our team went up to the Rangers and like had amazing fucking games. Like
Yeah.
one of them, he's like the happiest, sweetest kid you've ever met, and he went up to the Rangers and in his first game he got an assist, and the next 2 games he got goals.
Wow.
Like his first time in the NHL, right? And then the goalie, who is hilarious, but he went up and he lost the first game, but in a shootout in like second overtime. You know what I mean?
Yep.
But his stats were better than the other teams. And then the second game he won.
They're just saving all their energy till they get to the NHL.
Well, I'm hoping that they're actually building up something. I don't know.
Yeah.
The Rangers suck too. Like, let's be.
Oh, do they? I don't follow NHL at all.
Sorry. I mean, I do sometimes. I know who I hate and I know who I like. How's that?
That's more than me.
Yeah. But I like having it in Hartford. Like, I know that even if they're not great, like, I like being able to go. I like watching the fights because they're fun.
Yeah. Did you follow them when they were the Whalers?
Way back. A little bit. Like, not heavy into it. Like, I never went to
Yep.
games because it wasn't what my dad was into. My dad was really into baseball and football. So I've been to, like, a ton of Red Sox. I've been to the Mets, Patriots. I can't even tell you how many times I went to see the Patriots. So, because I went with him. Or like the New Britain before it was the what are they now? The Bees?
I have no idea. I saw the Rock. I know the Rock Cats.
The
I don't know
Rock
what
Cats. Back then, I used to go to that all the time too.
Yeah.
Okay.
That stadium is like a ghost town. I was running by it the other day. I didn't even realize that was a stadium, and then it just like clicked in my head, and I was like, "Oh my god, this is my childhood."
Right. So this is the coolest thing ever. During COVID, my friend rented the stadium for 24 hours for us to run an ultra in it.
Oh, you were telling me about that.
It was so fucking cool. Like, just what an experience, right?
Yeah.
Like, it's just not many people will be able to be like, hey, I ran an ultra at a baseball stadium. You know,
Yeah.
it's just a cool experience.
That's awesome. I didn't even run back then. I'm jealous.
Okay, you child. You were probably in diapers during that time.
2020? Yeah.
It could be. I don't know. So bad. So bad. Anyway, yeah, you know what else I did this week, which is a total aside, has nothing to do with anything. Or I guess it was last week. Went to a hockey game. Went to the Wolfpack. And because I have season tickets, they have this thing where you can shoot for your seat.
Yep.
So you go out on the ice and you actually try and shoot a goal. And it was the first time I'd ever like held a hockey stick. But like I got to go. It was just a cool experience to go out.
Were you on like your shoes?
Yeah,
or...
yeah. So they put rugs down so you could stand on the rugs.
Gotcha.
When we do because I'm also part of the booster club, when we do the booster club photo, we do walk across the whole ice in our shoes, and the whole team has obviously their ice skates on. So I'm like, okay, short people, like
it's like that Parks and Rec scene.
Yeah. That show was so good.
Yeah.
Oh, I love that show so much.
Yeah.
My daughter did a "That's What She Said" joke today.
Yeah.
I was kind of proud.
How old is she?
19.
Oh, that's good.
Yeah.
It's not like 7.
At 7, she probably would have.
Yeah.
She's a handful. Just you wait.
Actually, I think Carly said "what the fuck" today, and Charlotte went "fuck," and Carly started laughing, and I was like, "You have to shut the fuck up." I didn't say those words. I just looked at her, and she knew what I was saying. You can't laugh.
But it's hard not to, right? When they say stuff like that, because they're little parrots. They don't know what they're saying.
Yeah.
Right? But it's so cute. How old is she? 1.5?
Yeah, like 19 months. Like she was trying to say fox the other day, but she kept going, fuck. Fuck. And we're like, yep, that's a fox.
Yep. Yeah, that's exactly what you're saying.
Yep.
But it's so cute.
Yeah, it's so adorable.
Just wait until you start getting the, like, you ruined my life.
Yeah. I feel like I get those looks sometimes. Like I get the glare now, and I'm like, those are going to be words soon.
Well, you're parenting right when they give you the attitude. Actually, there are studies that say if your child behaves outside of the home but misbehaves inside the home, you're doing it right.
Interesting.
Yeah, because you've given them a safe space.
Oh, yeah.
So you've taught them right for wrong, which is why they behave outside the house.
Yeah.
But you're giving them a safe space to also learn how to express themselves correctly. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Whereas kids that are the opposite, it's like they're looking for attention outside the home and trying to learn outside the home because they're not getting what they need inside the home.
And maybe they're like afraid to make mistakes at home because they're just like afraid of their parents.
Exactly. And now, granted, these are scientific studies. It is not 100%.
Yeah.
It's that, but yeah, when I read that study, I was like, oh, that's fascinating. And
what about kids who do both? Because I did both as a kid.
Maybe you were just a little shit.
I was.
Yeah. I also was a little shit like that. Like, not growing up, like when I was young, I was an absolute angel outside the house. Gave my parents hell, but angel outside the house. Then I was a teenager and I was just a little fucker. Like,
yeah,
I was awful. And my kids are always like, Mom, did you ever? And I'm like, of course not. Never.
Oh, okay, so you do say no?
No, when they were little,
they know you're joking.
I didn't tell them everything, but like, two of my children are adults getting in their own frickin' trouble. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And they're old enough now to be like, oh, Ma, you remember that? I totally lied. And I'm like, you think I don't know? I'm like, girl, I did worse. Like, you're not getting away with jack shit. It's just that it didn't matter at that point, because part of being a teenager is learning. Like,
yeah, you got to let them make their mistakes.
Exactly. As long as they're not life-threatening or whatever. Like, like, oh, that night I told you I went to get donuts, but I actually went to Walmart. Okay, who cares? Like, do you know what I mean? Like, there's not a big deal there. But yeah. I can't wait for her to start giving you attitude.
Yeah, me too. I'm looking forward to it now. It'll suck in the moment.
It will, but there's also that fine line raising children where you want them to be strong.
Yeah.
And independent.
Their own person.
Yeah, and stand up for themselves. But
yeah.
Do you have to do it against me?
Yeah, I definitely don't want like a kid that's just like extremely obedient and like doesn't talk, like only talks when they're spoken. You know what I mean? Like, I don't know.
Well, especially you're raising a girl, right?
Yeah.
So let's be honest that there are safety issues you have to think about. And like women need to be able to stand up for themselves.
Yeah.
So it's even harder with like a girl because you're like, you got to be careful not to make them like people pleasers too much.
Yeah, that's not something we struggle with, me and my wife, because I think we tend to be people pleasers. But as far as the physical side, if she keeps on being as huge as she is, she'll have the physical side. We just need to work on the mental side because she's huge.
Oh, so she could push you around.
Yeah, I'm like, I don't want her to be a people pleaser, but I also don't want her to be a bully because she's so big.
Well, yeah, but there's a happy medium in there.
Yeah.
I'm standing up for myself.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And that's what we have to teach. Like, my oldest, she'll knock you the fuck out. Okay. Like, seriously. Okay. Yep. She has no problem standing up for herself.
Which is a comforting feeling for you, I'm sure.
It is. It is. Oh, and my girl got into grad school.
Amazing. So is that recently?
Yeah, she just got the approval. Within, I think, the last month she got accepted. So she starts in September for her doctorate in neuroscience.
Oh, wait a second. This isn't the 19-year-old?
No. She's
okay. I was like, how genius is this 19-year-old?
No. She is going to graduate early.
Yeah, that's awesome.
Graduate early. She's a junior, I think.
Wow.
Yeah. She wanted to change her major, so she's going to end up taking an extra semester. The middle one, the 19-year-old. So she'll graduate a half a year early instead of a year and a half early. But no, the oldest, who's 23, is going to be going for her doctorate in neuroscience.
Wow. Yeah, those are big babies you got.
Yep. They're semi-babies up.
Yes.
Babies. And then the baby, who's 15, has to start thinking about college because he'll be a junior next year.
Yeah.
I know. It's like so hard being a parent because it's like I'm so proud and I'm also kind of heartbroken in a weird way.
Yeah. I mean, yeah, you're coming up on the couple years, like empty nest.
Yeah. And part of me is like, okay, well then I can do whatever I want. But then I'm like,
Yeah.
but I need them.
Yeah.
Especially, I think, because a stay-at-home mom, it's in a way even harder. Like I had
Yeah, because you're so used to seeing them.
and like as the caregiver, right? And all of a sudden now it's like they don't need me. That was hard.
Yeah.
Really. And as teenagers, they go through that not wanting you phase too.
Yeah. Did that come back recently for either of the other two?
No, they went through it, the not wanting you phase, and now it's the opposite. Like, especially because the oldest, works full time, goes to school and all that stuff, so I don't see her as much. But the middle one, very much. We're very, very, very close. Like, she tells me everything. Yeah, it's sweet. She's hilarious. She's a handful, but yeah. She's me. So sorry, world. You've got two more me's. I don't know what to tell you. Anyway, I'm totally off topic, like talking about parenting instead of running, but
they're the same.
Well, I mean, we are. Part of running is dealing with life, right?
Yeah.
Like in dealing with, I don't know, so I don't kill people.
Yeah.
I mean, like,
for sure.
Why do you run?
Yeah, I actually, like, on the way back from the race, I was like, it was almost like I had meditated or whatever. And since I was like listening to music the whole race and like kind of redlining the whole race, I just like, and it was like warm in the car, and I just like didn't listen to music, and I just like drove, and I like kind of felt high, and I was like, this is like amazing.
Yeah.
And it, it didn't last super long because then it's like Monday, it was like a little sore, and I was still like pretty calm. And then like it was starting to, like, the mind ramped back up before the muscles were ready. Like by like Tuesday, maybe Wednesday, I was like, I want to go out there, but my muscles, like, I'd be sitting down and like, I'm gonna go run right now, and I'd stand up and be like, I can't do anything.
Nope, never mind. My body said no, thank you.
Yep.
Yeah, but it's a good thing that you like finishing a race with that high.
Yeah.
That's gonna lead you into some good training.
Yeah, I feel like I try to make sure I leave it all out there, and that's, I don't know, that's what makes me feel accomplished. Not as much. I didn't even know what place I got. They took like so long to give like the results out. I was like, I should have looked.
Overall, you're 12th.
Now I know, yeah, because they sent out the email, but I was like,
I didn't look at the email. I just went on Ultra sign up.
Yeah. Yeah, they just got that up like today or yesterday, but yeah, I'm excited for the next couple months because it's going to be I've never really been to Sleeping Giant before, but that was awesome. I'm going to go back there and train there on that Headwall.
It is good training. Sleeping Giant has a challenge to do every single trail in the park in one day. In order to get the credit for it, you have to belong to the Sleeping Giant Association, which is their, know. But I think,
how many miles is that?
I think it turns out to be about a marathon to do every trail in the park in one day.
And there's like probably a lot of runnable sections of that.
Yeah, well, and there's going to be technical sections.
Yeah.
And then runnable sections, which actually that might be a good training for you.
Yeah.
Another one you could do if you want to do that kind of thing is West Rock. That's a 50K to do every trail at West Rock.
I used to rock climb there, so I'm sure there's some steep stuff there.
Well, the Quinnipiac goes, part of Quinnipiac is in West Rock.
Yep.
And Regicide. And Regicide is very, how do you, like ankle breaking kind of trail. Do you know what I'm talking about? Where it's very rocky, but it's a little rocks that just like fuck with your ankles for 10 miles.
Don't they call them like baby head rocks or something?
I don't know, but that's kind of morbid, weird. But also I like it. And now I'm going to be thinking about running on baby heads. So thank you for that.
You're welcome.
Especially at like 3 a.m. or something when I'm like delirious and I'm like, oh, baby heads. Everybody's gonna be like, what the fuck is wrong with you? But I did that one too one day where I just.
No, you've done all the trails in a day?
At West Rock, yes. I haven't done Sleeping Giant yet. I'm always gonna, but I just haven't. Because you have to plan it.
Yeah, I mean, if you don't plan what trails you're going to do, you're going to end up doing like 40, 50 miles.
So I made go blue to here, turn left. And I had this list on my phone. It was hilarious.
Yeah.
But that's a good day too. That's, you're not going to get as technical or as much elevation at West Rock as you will at Sleeping Giant, but it would still be a good training for you.
Yeah. No, that sounds awesome. I mean, I have like some 6-hour training runs coming up, so.
Another one you could do is like the loop at, what's it called? Hubbard Park.
Oh, I love it there. There's like a side like trail that's like super, super, super steep. I brought Carly up it when she was like, I don't know, 30 weeks pregnant.
And you're alive?
Yeah, she wasn't super happy about it at the time.
Okay.
I love that trail. Actually, I'm going to go there this weekend.
Okay, that's a good one.
Yeah.
You know what I'm doing this weekend? I'm volunteering. There's a race in Connecticut I'd never heard about. It's called the CT 123.
Yeah.
And it starts at the Tri-State Trail up in the northeast corner in Thompson. And it's 123 miles. Most of it is rail trail.
Really?
Yeah. The elevation is like very low. I think the first 14 miles has like, I don't know, a couple hundred feet.
Like the airline trail?
Yeah. So I don't remember which rail trail it is, but yeah. So I'm going to do registration tomorrow morning to do my like civic duty or whatever. I don't know.
Yeah.
But so I'm going to do that, and that'll be cool. Like that's a cool race. I kind of want to do it someday.
That's so. Is it new? I can't believe you haven't heard of it.
It's got to be new, right? And the race director, because I signed up to volunteer, this race director is obscenely organized. Like the emails he's sending out, who's going to be where, and and this is all the parking he's given you, and like the expectations, he is extremely, he even had like video calls to get on to talk about everything. I'm like, wow, like I couldn't make the video call because, I had a hockey game, but super organized. I'm really interested to see how day of works.
Has he done other races?
I'm sure he has. I wonder if it's on Ultra Sign Up. I don't know where oh, it is. Okay. Let's see. There are no previous years, so this must be the first year.
Wow.
It's the Run Across Connecticut 123, point to point, spanning 123 miles. Quiet New England woods, suburban streets, coastal terrain. It is a trail road mix. Yeah.
CT 123. It sounds like really close to Cut 112, like the short letters followed by random numbers.
Yeah. Well, and an ascent of 3,842 feet and a descent of 4,455. So you're talking for 123 miles. That is flat as fuck.
Yeah.
Right?
Because 1,000 or 10,000 feet for 100 is
100 feet.
100 feet. And this is another 23 feet. So it's miles. Another 23 miles. So it's got to be like 30 feet a mile or less.
Right?
That's wild.
Insane.
And net downhill.
36-hour cutoff. Yeah. I'm really interested in seeing how it's going to be.
Local highways.
Right, though? Well, yeah, but I think that's not like 91. It's
yeah.
And the killer part is it runs by my parents' house.
Yep.
Okay, so I'm kind of like, But I got to figure out the math because I think they're going to hit my parents' house at like 2, 3 in the morning. I'm kind of like, well, if I'm up, I'm going to go over there on Easter morning. So,
Oh, yeah. That's funny.
Yeah. But I'm curious. I mean, like,
this is so cool.
It looks like a cool race, right?
Yeah.
So
I want to see the map.
Yeah.
Where's it go to?
I can send you a link.
Oh, wow.
He sent me a link of it.
So is it just like a diagonal of Connecticut, basically?
Yeah. And then they have like, you can do relays.
Yep.
Or 100K. They have 100K too.
That's so cool.
Yeah. I'm interested maybe next year in doing the 100K. I want to, obviously see how this year goes or anything, but
yeah. It feels like the opposite of Cut 112 because Cut 112 is like we're gonna take like the toughest trails, like the cool, like technical whatever, and this seems like it's like we're gonna take like the flattest trail route that we can.
Yeah, right, and it's not real because like the Cut is much more like ragged, right? Like dirt.
Literally has right.
Just like.
Do you go through ragged?
For the Cut?
Cut.
Yes.
Yeah, I figured.
How the hell did you get in here? Oh, sorry, my dog's just.
That's every 6 pounds. How'd they reach the handle?
Well, no, I guess it wasn't clicked. So he just came up and pushed
his way in.
And he's just like, excuse me.
You've been gone for an hour.
Yeah, right? Like, how dare you? My daughter brought me home. Oh, thank you, baby. She brought me home a drink.
Oh.
Blueberry lemonade from Tony's. Anyway. But yeah, so that's what I'm doing this weekend.
That's awesome. I can't wait to hear how it goes.
Yeah. Maybe next year I'll make you actually do the 123. Although I do want to see, I think I'd like to see how you do it, like a hamster wheel or a knot.
Yeah.
I think you would do epic. Yeah.
I
also would like to see you do the Cut.
Yeah, I was looking at that because I was gonna volunteer at it, and I looked at the trails and I was like, I love every single one of these trails.
Yeah. Oh, it's a great race. If I finish it this year, I'll crew you next year.
Yeah, that would be awesome.
And I know every inch of those trails. So like, yeah. I'm influence.
I love the middle part. I don't know as much about the northern or southern section, but basically live in the center. Yeah,
the first like 20 miles is like runnable, great. The last 20 miles, runnable, great. Yeah. The middle there's sections that can just fuck off, but they're fun. But like once you hit Berlin and you hit Mattabese for like 30 miles, it's just relentless. You know what I mean? Like you're going over Lamentation, Chauncey
Peak. I love Chauncey Peak.
Chauncey Peak is phenomenal. And then you hit Higbee, Camel's Hump, Bezic, Tri Mountain, Miller, Pistapog, and Bluffhead.
Yeah.
So it's just like relentless.
That sounds so fun.
Tri Mountain is a whore. I don't know if you know that.
No, I've never been there.
It's a whore.
No, clearly I got to check it out then.
Mainly because there's this really steep gravel down that I fall on every single fucking time.
Yeah.
And there's no pretty lookout. So fuck that. But honestly, it's a really, really good race. Yeah.
Yeah. That looks super cool.
Yeah. So you'll do it next year. I just decided.
Yep. I'll tell my wife later.
I'll let her know. I mean, I'll buy her a pizza if it helps. She's like, as long as I don't have to do anything, like, have fun.
Yeah.
Right? Like, just don't.
She crewed me on my first 100, and then my crew is now usually my dad.
Well, same. Like, everybody's like, well, why doesn't your husband? I'm like, why would I do that to him? Like, it's not.
She does not like staying up.
Yeah, and it's not his thing. So, like, why would I do that? Like, it's much more beneficial to have him at home with the kids and the dogs and the taking care of everything, so I don't have to think. Like, like I don't know. Yeah,
it's good to have people there that like that sort of thing. Like my dad's not a runner, but he's like you said, a lot of running is problem solving, and he like loves the organization and the problem. He's like a software engineer.
Oh God, he must love that.
Yeah, like I remember when I was like a kid. Yeah, like writing out all the like checklists when we were in Boy Scouts and like I'm like, yeah, I need that.
And figuring out, especially if it's like a point to point, okay, you're going to be at this point, it's this many miles, you're doing this much pace, like you're going to get there at about this time, and then we got this, and you're going to do da. Oh yeah, that part I enjoy. Like
for Muggy and Monster, there's no aid stations on the rim. It's just crew, but it's like really rural and like no service and hard to like navigate and blah 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 blah. And my grandfather's the same way as my dad. They'll both be together, and I'm like, this is just the perfect like crew because I'm like, yeah, I don't know, you're gonna have to like navigate on a map, and my dad's like, yeah, that's how I grew up. Like this is what I'm used to doing.
Yeah. Okay, us old people, before like we had to use maps, sir.
Yeah.
Okay, maps.
I'm like, all right, I'll just get 2 old people to do it, and we'll be fine.
Okay, fuck you.
I'm talking about my dad and grandfather.
No. I heard it. You said it. You called me old. You're dead to me. That's
what I'm here for.
Now, the cut doesn't, there's only one aid station for the entire cut, and it's because you hit a section that's like a private road in the middle of the night.
Yeah.
So that's, people, like your crew is not allowed there. But it's your crew that's, like, there's no aid stations. Your crew is following you the whole time.
It's kind of like Badwater.
Yeah.
Kind of.
Yeah. Except not as hot, hopefully.
Yeah. And a lot more steep and trail on that road.
Yes. Yeah. I mean, you have road crossings, but that's it. But training for the cut, like doing the trails that you're going to have, it's just beautiful. Like it really, really is.
I mean, I feel like I'm training for the cut now because like those center areas, that's like where I just go and train.
Yeah.
But definitely
Ragged.
Cardio.
Like all the mountains that you're doing, because you're right here in the middle of the state too. Like all of those mountains are part of it.
Yeah.
So, Trap Rock, a portion of Trap Rock, that course is on it. All of it. It's I love that stupid race. I won't when I'm doing it.
Yeah.
But the rest of the time I'll love it.
I would be following closely if there's going to be any updates anywhere. Will there be updates while you're running or no?
I could just put you on the chat for my like crew and stuff.
Oh, that would be awesome.
Yeah, that's easy. I am. There's a part of me contemplating backing off and only doing the 50.
Yeah, I listened to the podcast and I was all disappointed at first when I saw the title, and I was like, oh, her friends are all going to say like, you can't do the 100, you need to do the 50. And then I listened to the podcast and I was like, that was all reasonable advice.
Well, it is reasonable advice. And again, I don't think, like, I am very good at knowing when I'm injured or when I need to, like, when I'm like, like the last time I tried doing the cut when I was like catatonic.
Yeah.
I had to sit down and cry for a little while, and I probably did like 10 miles more than I should have. But like, I made the right choice. Do you know what I mean? Like, I am pretty good at that. So I don't think, unless I fall or something, I don't think injuries. It's more like, am I going to not do it and then beat myself up?
Yeah.
But again, the year I've had, we're only, well, I guess we're in April now, but like, I'm going to give myself a little bit of grace and be like, all right, let's see what can happen. Like, I honestly think I can push through it. It's just, will I be able to do it in a timely manner?
Yeah. Is the 50 start where the 100 is or somewhere else?
So the 112 starts at the border of Massachusetts and Connecticut. And it goes down Mattabeesett. And then when Mattabeesett becomes, what's it called? Not Monongahela. What's the other one? No, not Mattabeesett. Metacomet. So the first 100K is Metacomet. And then at the Berlin Turnpike, it becomes Mattabeesett. And that's where the 50 miler starts. So the 50 miler starts Saturday morning at sunrise.
Okay.
112 starts Friday at 8 a.m.
Okay. So they're kind of trying to like have people running at the same time.
Correct. Yes. I did the 50 miler a few years ago.
Yeah.
That's a fabulous race.
Is that like, well, I guess that's not even half of the 112. Is that the easier half? Or easier section?
Yes and no. Like, there's sections of both that are just fucking stupid. Like, East Peak, West Peak, and Ragged are in the first 100K.
Yep.
But, you got Bluff Head and Lamentation. So it's just, they're both very similar. The last 16 miles, though,
Easy.
yeah, because it's a net downhill.
Yeah.
Most of it is runnable. It's a really runnable trail. Monongahatuck is super runnable, and the last like 3.8 miles is fucking road.
Yeah.
So,
something to look forward to.
You're not really running at that point. I'm not running at that point, but But yes, that race is phenomenal. I bet you could pull out the 50. When is Manitou's?
June 20th.
Oh, so you wouldn't want to do a 50 mile. Oh, you're away that weekend anyway.
Yeah, I'm in Block
Island. So you can't do it either. No, then you're just going to do the 112. But a good training run would be doing the 50.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I haven't done any of those trails, so it'd be cool.
Yeah. It's phenomenal. You can even do the first 100K as a training run. I like other people suffering.
Yeah, I'll train 62 miles for my 54-mile race.
Oh no,
for the cut.
For the cut.
Yeah. I don't know. You can do anything to train.
I would be dumb enough to do 100K to train for a 50 miler. Like, yeah, that is actually on.
I mean, then it'll seem easy, right?
Yeah, right. You're like, no problem. Although I do think that 100K is easier than Manitou's. So, yeah.
No 100K is easy.
No, I said easier.
Yeah.
Not easy.
I caught it. Just felt the need to specify.
Yeah. All right. I know your lunch break is over, and I can talk all day.
Okay,
but I do appreciate. So June, you're doing Manitou, so you don't have a choice. You'll be on. Well, actually, no. You're going to come on between now and then to tell me how training is going. But then I do want to update after Manitou's.
Yeah.
And I'm away, so I can't I would go crew, but we're doing Niagara Falls.
Yeah, I don't know how much crew is even super helpful. It's like a hike to get to one of the aid stations.
It's pretty self-supported. You'll be fine.
Yeah.
I'm doing a 50K at Niagara Falls.
Yeah, that's awesome.
So
I'm excited for that.
It's a road race. It's a road race.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Interesting. That's not what I was picturing.
I think it's rail trail. A lot of it. But I'll be with the idiots, and we're doing almost a week away, so it's more going to be about the adventure of it all.
Yeah.
And it's 2 weeks after the cut.
Yeah.
So, and it's a couple weeks after the cut, a couple weeks before Notch View.
Yep. Who knows how you'll be feeling?
Pretty much. Yeah. Anyway, all right. I will let you get back to work, even though work is stupid.
Agreed.
But thank you for coming on again. Thank you for sharing your experience with Sleeping Giant.